Well, howdy, y'all. It's been a while since I uploaded. I only did one, although this was so new to me. It still is. But I'm still here, still kicking, still upset. We're entering into Easter season. We just had Lent Wednesday. It was wonderful. We had a full service dinner, and then, full service, dinner, then the full service. So between now and summer, basically, it's just going to be rocking and fun. It's awesome. There's not much new that's changed with me. I basically have healed from the last time we spoke. For that, I am very thankful. I still have a few isms to deal with, but they're not anywhere like it used to be. Still going to Bible study on Tuesday mornings. It's been enough time that we've all amassed to each other and grown fond of each other in such the most beautiful of way. It's incredible. Now, we're not exclusive to anyone, and we don't not welcome someone, but it's just a magical thing. But that takes me back to the Church Ascension Lutheran Church. This is what Jesus had in mind. Love and acceptance. That's all. That's what life is about. Serving God, believing in Christ, loving one another. What more do you need? And then my pastor and me, that relationship is never going anywhere. I was just thinking the other night at the service for Lent. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Everyone in church knows how close we are. They relentlessly tease us about being brothers, and they think it's so cute. And I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't throw him out of bed for eating crackers, but it's my pastor, for Christ's sake. I am not even in the mindset of thinking of that. But anyway, personality-wise, I'll make this quick. We snapped. Something sparked the day that he asked me, "Do you need help?" You look troubled because that's how it all went down. And then he proceeded to give me 1 hour a week until I don't need it. Now I can pick up the phone. I can text him at any given time, any time of the day, and he replies. We go to lunch often together. He took me to Palm for my birthday last year. It was magnificent. And we had our waiter there. His name is David. He's so precious too. He was our waiter for like 20 years. So anyway, that's how old and how long. So they went to show him the picture of us on the wall, and you should have seen him. He looked like a proud papa, standing up there, his chest all out, and him shaking his hands. And I'm like, damn, bro, you didn't have nothing to do with that picture. But it was totally sweet. So that's done nothing but get better. And if it weren't for that in that church, I don't know how I would find any semblance of happiness. So just some little things. I went to get service on my car last month. Same dealer I've gone to since 2010. I bought 3 vehicles from them, all Sonatas. And we also had a Genesis Coupe that we bought down in another town. Well, they approached me, as they always do. They said, "Hey, we got a new Ioniq 7 in. It's all electric." Of course, I'm like, "Oh, no electric." So they I'm not ignorant. So they sat there and they explained that here I am listening to him and looking it up on my phone. And here is my only criteria. This is proof that I'm old and retired. All I wanted to be sure is that a full charge would get me to the beach and back without having to charge while there. That's all I cared about. Well, anyway, I had a slight dent on the passenger side from the beach trying to park in those tiny-ass parking places they have. And I had to get that fixed. They said it would help with the numbers. So I told him, he explained everything I needed, the plug and the cord, blah, 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 blah. And I told him I would prefer not to make anything final until I have all of that in place. And he really did. This started to go really ugly because he goes, "Well, why can't you get the car without having the plug in your house already?" He says, "You can charge it around you." I said, "Dude, I'm not going to rely on some third party to charge my car. Are you high?" So I got a rental car from insurance while they're fixing the dent, which, just real quick, I would not have gone through the expense of that. I it's it wasn't it's I got car spray paint, and it was like a white line that ran, and you could tell it's not like somebody keyed it. I got others of those. But you could tell that something scraped to this, and that's what it was. So it's been a while, and I think I'm going to be at the beach next week when it's done, or I tell you what, it's going to be done the day after I get back. And I mean, I'm thankful that I have the rental car. I pay insurance for it, but they wanted to put me in some freaking lawnmower. I'm like, bro, why do you think I bought a Sonata? For safety. I drive uptown all the time. So we upgraded to a Rogue, Nissan Rogue. Now, the safety features are what everything's about. That's why I can't drive the Genesis Coupe. I don't have a backup mirror. I don't have side mirror blinky thingies. I don't have brake assist. I don't have steer assist or warning. I don't like it when it grabs the car, but I like it when it tells me. That's if I need to know, because, whatever. My mind's racing all the time. I can hardly concentrate on anything. So, gosh, where was I? See, that's what I'm talking about. I get all verklempt here. Oh, so here's how it went down. I got my plug put in. I went to the chiropractor that morning, did things normal. I called my guy at the dealership, told him everything was in place at my house. It was about $800 worth of stuff. So he says, well, come on down at 3:30. I'm with somebody now. I said, sure. I get down there. I wasn't there 5 minutes. And you know how they put the paper on the desk across from you and act like they big and bad? Well, it was $210 more a month than what we discussed. Are you kidding me right now? That's a payment for something else. I looked at him. I said, which part of this don't you understand? I said, I'm not trying to get anything over on you. I want you to make your profit. This is what you do. But don't bait and switch me like this. I said, I just dropped $1,000 for a car that I would not have gotten fixed. I just dropped $800 for a plug that I would not have had installed, and you're going to try to jack my ass up. Well, nah. I let him go skedaddle with the finance people up on high like 3 times. And the third time, enough. I said, how about this? Bye. Well, here's what really got me. And you got to remember, I've gone to this place since 2010. Same service guy, David. Been going there forever. 2 cars worth. And this owner guy, whatever he is, had some kind of freaking accent. I don't know whether he was Middle Eastern or Indian. That doesn't matter, but it's good so that you can place in your mind the intonation and how this went down. So I answered the phone. And he chitter-chatters, thanks for coming in, blah, blah, blah. He goes, well, what can we do to make you happy and to get you that car? I said, well, first of all, dear sir, I wasn't looking to get a new car. You approached me, your salesman people, and that's fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. That's how I've gotten most of my vehicles from Joe. But what you could do, dude, to make me happy and get that car is meet the price that you agreed to several weeks ago. That's the only thing you can do. Silence. So, big finger to him. I'm done. I don't know what I'm going to do for the future about maintenance. I might honestly go like down the street to Firestone or something, because these people don't deserve my money anymore. Who the F do you think you are? And I wasn't born yesterday. I negotiated 3.5 hours for that Genesis Coupe. And I remember we were standing out there. There was a thunderstorm going on. And I remember the salesman said, "You a hard customer." I said, "What?" He said, 3.5 hours. I said, "Well, it's my same thing I said. I said, I'm not trying to get over on you. I'm just telling you how much I can pay." Of course, he meant the money. And so what it is what it is. So that will hopefully soon enough all be behind me. We're coming up on spring. I forgot to plant garlic this year. My herbs are coming in crazily. My bulbs are coming in crazily. I'm going to try to grow an avocado seed just for the looks. I got it in water right now. So I'm going to do that. I got to go pick up some speakers today at Best Buy. Two of my JBLs broke, and both of them are 5s. They're the newer ones, and they both broke. I tried the factory reset. No dice. So they're out of commission. Now I switched to a soundbar a few years ago. I've had a full stereo since I was 10. And I'm a bass man. Give me bass and treble. My equalizers, if y'all even know what that is, used to make like a V, almost like a W. It would go this way, down, and this way. So the bass was up. Then it would gradually go down to the mid-range voice and horns, and then come back up for the high. So that would be like violins and hi-hat, things of that nature, and then level off. It's just how I like it. So I've got to get that. I'm going to the beach Monday. Today's Thursday. I ordered it to go pick it up today. It's getting close to rush hour, and in Charlotte, we live by the clock. Like I ain't going out that. If I can help it, I ain't going out on that road for another hour and a half. I ain't gonna do it. So I'm gonna be interested to see if they're really inexpensive. 49. I want them just to take for traveling. I go a lot of places, not necessarily travel, but I want to be able to have a portable speaker wherever I go. Also, if I get them, I remember reading about it. It's like the 5s were. The JBL 5s is where you can set them up to where they're stereo, which is awesome. I mean, I know I've got the sound bar that creates surround, and it does a very good job. But there was a time, Mr. Geek here, I had stereo, Bluetooth, and the surround soundbar going at the same time. You talk about rich, enriching, enveloping sound right here. So I'm looking forward to that. I've still been cooking using my website, unique.com, UNEKE.com. That is unique, spelt uniquely. So I've been still cooking, baking. Been into bread. There's my friend from church, Marshall. He does pizza crust, and it's so precious. We text back and forth anytime we make breads and stuff. I just made killer baguette. The only thing is, it doesn't it had the crust. It's gorgeous. They were pretty. But it didn't have the holes on the inside. I don't know how to explain that. The crumb was more like a piece of bread. Now, it still was bigger holes than usual, but I want the one that has the nooks and the crannies in it. I have a recipe for that I used to use all the time. It's over there in a stack of recipes that we printed out. I swear to God, there are some over there that are from like 1995. Can you imagine? But I have made it through half. I mean, we're talking. Now, I did get organized at one time. I can't help myself. I got a notebook with the things that I use all the time. But there's no reason for me to print out my recipes anymore when I can use my phone or my tablet in the kitchen, whatevs. But I did keep things that I make all the time in the cookbook, the physical, tangible cookbook. So, well, I guess I could make this shorter than last time. I don't even know if anybody watches this stuff. I don't care. But I'm still sad a lot. I should have mentioned this before. I'm able to process thoughts into poems very easily. So I have now completed 11 volumes, about 12 each. And I'm 3 into my 12th volume now. That is therapy. I still love my music. I love to sing karaoke. I can carry a tune. I am musically inclined. I do a lot of church music. I send these to the pastor and my other friends. They like them. I even sing regular music. I've got Ella Fitzgerald, for God's sake, in the 60s, and the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Not much in the early 2000s. I wasn't into stuff that... I'm okay with the new music now. I mean, if you don't mind hearing as much as you do it, as much as you hear I love the rhythm, though. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just there. I used to be smooth jazz. I still am. But you got to remember, I got to watch what I listen to. As we know, sound and smell, memoria historia. It's instant bring back, and I just don't need it sometimes. Like I did a cover of Billie Eilish, believe it or not. What was I made for? I practiced my ass off because I wanted her delicate. I think it turned out exceptional. I was very proud of myself on that one. But every time I hear it or sing it, I cry. The third verse in that one, you can hear me choking up. And then I sing a lot of my church songs a cappella, like the Lord's Prayer. Very much had to practice that to get that high note at the end. I was mimicking Andrea Bocelli. As a matter of fact, my entire singing style is mimicking soul music, Whitney Houston. The intonation, the inflection, the pronunciation, the breathing. I've learned this by watching a lot. I watch a lot of teaching videos on the YouTubes, and that's exactly what I do. And it's just, mine happens to be natural. My vibrato is natural. My range, yeah, I am a man. But I'll tell you what I'm good at is switching octave and it working. And I process it I record it on my phone, playing the karaoke music through my computer, through a JBL speaker and an equalizer. And then I process it. I just recently learned, I had software that, I've always had music software because I'm a music guy. I add echo. Now there's two settings. I don't know if it's industry standard, but the one on top is 279 and the one on the bottom is 9. The 9 is how much echo there is. Is it like, there, much. Mine's more like it's the behind. Now, I don't do it while it's not on my voice. It's on the recorder. That is a huge difference. And it really makes it sound much more rich. The only thing is it's not in stereo. Big farts on that one. But it sounds good in my earbuds and on my Bose portable speakers, which they work, thank you, Jesus. And they don't do... See, it's always something. They work nicely. You can pair them with the moon. But when you're supposedly using their, let's make it a stereo, it doesn't work. So whatevs on that. But I got one in the living room right next to me for when I'm doing music. And then I've got one in the bathroom. I've always had music in the shower before it's time. I've always been before my time. So... And then I watched, I'm a baseball nut, and we are slap ass into spring training. I am in heaven. But my poor Braves aren't being carried by anyone this year. Now that makes me mad. I tried to sign up for this streaming service, FanDuel. I wasn't getting any more. I found out that I had FanDuel channel on my cable. So, I wasn't getting anything more than what I was already getting on cable, so I canceled that. And it's just like you'd read on YouTube. The woman kept asking me, what was my reason? I said, I just want to cancel. There is no particular reason. I just want to cancel. Well, we need the reason. But I said, lady, it should not affect canceling my account and subscription if I don't tell you why. You got me? So she finally canceled it. I'm just going to keep an eye on my bank account. But who the fuck do these people think they are? I don't have to explain shit to you, girlfriend. Oh, I'm a nice person and all, but you get me mad, your ass is mine. Suave. Well, I'm trying to herd the cats that are known as my friends for dinner next month again to celebrate Bob's birthday. It's in April. We had a very good turnout last year. It was awesome. It was just beautiful. It was just awesome. And this year I'm hoping so the same. Obviously, I'm going to invite Pastor and his wife. His wife don't like me too much. I think she's jealous. She's been jealous from the day she met me. I mean, she's not stupid. She sees how he looks at me. She's not stupid. Because right now I'm in where he goes. He looks, I don't know, how can I do that? Let's see. He's tall. He looks behind down at me and gives me this, like a look like that. And I just go, sup? Here I am. Talking to my pastor like he's from the ghetto. Sup? But that's part of our charm. Oh, and another thing. I was raised Baptist, like strict, since I was 8 years old when I accepted Christ. And I was given a Schofield Reference Bible, about that thick. Actually, I got a picture of it over there. And, not a picture, I have it over there. I had it since I was 8. Good God Almighty. That's 53 years. And I read King James Version. That's what I read. You know, I mean, whatever. Well, the Lutheran Church does ESV, English Standard Version. Bingo. But he has relentlessly teased me about my King James Version in Bible study when we read our verses of what we're studying. He goes, we'll let Jeff read. He's going to give us some King James Version today. But here's the thing, and they can't say no about this. As we're reading along, and I'm reading with them, and there's 3 different versions on that table at the time. And if I'll make a face because I'm very, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and we'll get finished. And the first thing they do is turn, and what now? So I ask them about the word that was chosen by King James writers. Pastor taught me from day one. This is one of the things I liked about him, and I got a cute story about it, is he has the Hebrew and the Greek and the Aramaic and available to compare. So I have it on my phone, geek, but here's the sweet thing. He gave me a present one time. He was going to go on a long vacation because he hadn't taken one, and the church was like, you got to go. I understand that. So the day before, without a word, he gives me a bag with handles, and it's heavy as fuck. So he leaves, I look at it, and I lost it. I started bawling. It was 3 books, and guess what they were? So I have those now. But it's so funny when we get to look up I'm telling you right now, I have to believe for myself that what I read is the truth. But I'm not judgmental. But there are too many times and too many things that get left out of these new versions that just pees me off. Like the word begotten. If you look it up, begotten specifically means not of humanity. It was begotten. It just was. So Jesus was God's begotten Son. John 3:16, one of the most famous verses in the world. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Whoever shall believe with him shall not perish, but shall have everlasting life. You read some of these other versions, there's no word of begotten. Well, then it's just a normal person. Jesus wasn't a normal person. So that chaps my ass. Oi, there's just so many like that just really make me ill. Anyway, I'm thirsty. I'm going to go get a snack. I don't know what. I want nachos, but I don't have any tortillas. So, and then I'll just find out. Maybe do this again. Like I said, I don't think anybody hears it. But anyway, bye for now, y'all. Keep it real.